fix myself. This is fun, man. I'm enjoying this. Aloha, everybody. Eman'on F. Wanderer here. And I think this is probably my second time going live here on this channel, the Help Men Heal channel. I've been going live over on my at Doc M Wanderer channel. So if you guys want to follow me and more of my platforms and get more of the messages that I bring and content that I create, definitely just, I mean, you can Google me. I'm probably the only one in the world with the name Dr. Emanon F. Wanderer, or you can just visit my website, emanonwanderer.com. And for on the Men Hill side, you can visit menhill.org, and that'll give you more information and background and context as to what the nonprofit organization's mission is. And this is our third year. It's 2026, June 12th, 2026. So we're in our third year of that nonprofit organization being official. So that feels really good. And I want to hop on here to just talk about really what like you on all the data that I've collected um throughout this entire experience, my personal journey, but then also the journeys and the stories of connecting with other men, and what they share with me is that what I'm finding is that the healing mechanism, the medicine, the solution, I'll just even put out, like, the starting point, the foundation for men to heal is through self mastery. And the best way to for one to become self mastered is through a calm nervous system. Is when a man finds it within himself and realizes that there's no threat outside of himself. His nervous system can calm and be at a steady pace, and that can serve as a foundation, a launching pad. That's what that calm nervous system does for a man. It serves as that basis. Okay, I'm stable, now that I'm stable, I can launch forward. I can leap higher if I need to. I can do what I need to do to take care of business, but I must be stable first. No one tries to build a building on a bridge, on a swinging bridge. How much fun is that? No one does that. It takes being on a firm foundation for for anything to be constructed. And so having that calm nervous system, that's the data that I found throughout this experience, throughout going through a lived experience of traumatic moments, you know, hitting with the pillars, the crucibles that normally destroy a man: divorce, depression. We're talking loss, grief, like physical loss. Imagine the worst case scenarios. Imagine going through the worst case scenario and not resorting to a path of destruction. Just imagine that for a moment. Can you imagine taking advantage of someone's innocence, of someone's pure heart? Can you see yourself doing that? Not many people can, but also not many people will admit to having done that unintentionally. I say it all the time. Just because I'm the hero in my story doesn't make me not be a villain in someone else's story. And I got to be okay with that. Otherwise, I'm coming off as some narcissistic control freak if I want to control your story for your life. If it's your story and your life, then you have the right to write the characters. You understand? You get to write the characters and make them whoever you want them to be. So I, nor anyone else who is a character in your story, The characters don't have the right to tell the author what they want and who they are, right? They don't have that right. That's up to the author. The author gets to say who the character is. So if the author says this character is a villain in the story, then guess what? That's what's going to be played out. And I had to learn that some people are committed to writing my character as the villain. Like I have to be okay with that. Like Eman'on, can you be okay with knowing that the script and the script that's being written about your character is gonna be seen as a flawed villain? Are you okay with that? I am now. You know, because when the tables turn, at some point in their journey, they're gonna have to be okay with me writing the characters in my story. You know, they're gonna have to be faced with that. Everyone's gonna come to this place where you realize, I'm not in control of someone else's free will. We all have freedom of speech, free will. It's a my words, not yours. It's a God given thing. I said this morning, is that if this is me, all my existence, if this is my identity that's being held here, and within this sphere of my identity and who I am is my beliefs and my thoughts about things. And if I define and believe that the world is a certain way, well, guess what? And if whatever God is, if God is a certain way, guess what? There's something observing that, right? Like how can one that's defining the existence of something that's never seen, how can one do that? That goes even deeper right there. Like how can you already define yourself as being something you've never seen? You've never seen the best version of yourself yet. I'm talking to you men like that really are doing the work to change behavior. Like if you're really truly ready to change behavior to be the best version of yourself, listen to what I'm saying. It's going to cause for radical accountability. I said this morning to Brother Jan. I said, listen, man, I hear your passion to want more and to attract more love in your life, but let's be honest. Are you putting forth your absolutely best effort to be that man? And his answer was no, of course, right? So we can't bypass that. We just can't bypass the fact that you're not even putting in 100% effort towards a thing in your life to better yourself from the version of yourself you were yesterday. Like what one thing? Well, I woke up this morning and this is gonna be my new practice, and not new practice, but reiterating this practice. Again, all these ways of how I became self-mastered, they're all coming back to me now. I didn't realize I was on the path of survival. So all the practices and the tools that I picked up along the way over the last 15, 20 years, they were just being stored within me. I would use them for the moment and then store them away. But now I'm in a place where I have to rely on my training. I have to rely on my tools. So now all of my tools are being revealed. It's like, oh yeah, I remember being able to just write, understanding that writing is so powerful. If I can write my intention for the day before I even get out of bed, I can already have my tone. The tone for my day is already set if I set the tone. And so now it's I woke up this morning asking my brighter self, what is my purpose for today that falls in alignment with with the divine plan for my life or something around that. Like what is my purpose for today? What do I do today that will be in alignment with my divine plan for my life? What can I just do today? We'll worry about tomorrow tomorrow. In fact, we won't even worry about tomorrow. It doesn't exist. What's tomorrow? What's now? Somebody need to hear that. Like really, what's tomorrow? What's right now? What changes? Ask yourself that. What changes from right now to tomorrow? What's the difference? We have the date, the numerical chronological date, the date on the calendar changes. What else changes? Maybe the time. What else changes from now, tomorrow, yesterday? What changed? Like what physical data? Oh my gosh, this is so good. What physical data do you have to show that there's been a change of the days? There's been a change of the moments. There's been a change from yesterday, today, tomorrow. Like, what data do you have to prove that? You understand? So this change, whatever shifts, whatever happens, for me to believe that there's a tomorrow or there was a yesterday, whatever that is, that's what I want to dissect. You got to prove to me that there's a shift. Otherwise, I'm just operating off of a program, believing that, oh, well, today's today and tomorrow's tomorrow. Yesterday was yesterday. It's like, wait a minute. I don't have any evidence that proves that. I don't have any what changed in my life. I think that's what we talk about when I talk about change, I'm talking about the evidence is that knowing what happened within me. And sometimes you can't see it. It's just a knowing. And that's what comes with having a calm nervous system. I learned to trust the knowing within myself that that it's believable, that what's coming from within me is saying, "Hey, we're safe." Isn't that's just such a beautiful thing just to be like, "Okay, I'm safe right now." It's not many opportunities, not many men that get to say that. Man, I'm safe right now. I feel safe right now. When's the last time you got to say that? I just feel safe right now. And then how long can you feel safe? That's the other part. We talk about men who get released from, being locked up in institutions for years, and now you're released and you're out in the civilian world. It's like, well, how do you normalize that? How do you become okay with being free? Like these are real issues, y'all. Seriously. These are real problems that many like it's not just it's not curtailed to one gender, but I focus on men's healing, so that's why I curtail it to, how we heal. And I could tell you from lived experience, the data proves that a calm nervous system gives way to a more improved way of life for me. I was able to become more clear as to what I was becoming. You understand? Who am I becoming? Because that's a scary thing. You mean I gotta leave who who I was and what I've always known? I gotta leave that. I'm becoming something. So now there's the trust factor. I have to trust whatever source is, you know, it's like traveling, right? It's like whatever if you're traveling in a vehicle and you're not driving, it kind of feels good to trust whoever's driving. It kind of makes for a more smoother ride when I can trust whoever's driving the vehicle, let alone if I can trust that the vehicle is durable enough to get us to where we need to be. Like That relaxes my nervous system. That gives me a better experience if I can just trust the path and the guidance. But if there's no trust there, that means there's a threat there. And if there's a threat there, what do you think that does to my foundation, to my nervous system? I'm not making I'm making the best decisions to protect. That's important to understand, guys. The hegemonic ideology about, be tough and protect and serve and all. And when that comes up, when you're in dire situations, if that's what comes up, well, guess what? That's a rocky foundation. That's not stable because now you're operating from a response, a knee-jerk response versus a stable space. And with a calm nervous system, that's always steady. It's not nothing has to happen. So if you can stay this way throughout the course of life, throughout all the experiences, look how stable that is, right? If you can just be that, if that can be the foundation within yourself all your life, don't you think you can walk across this with no worries? But when there's a threat, guess what? Guess what this turns into? This turns into this. It turns into I'm gonna try to make a wall. Yeah, it turns into a wall, you know, or a heart. No, but it turns into a wall. Now I'm blocked off. My foundation is now open and now I'm blocked off. I can't expand because there's a threat outside. So now, but look at what happens to my foundation. Where is it? I know this is I know this makes sense what I'm saying. And it may not resonate. It may not resonate fully because I was just sharing this with Jan this morning when it comes to literature because he loves literature. He loves, you'll see videos. I'll start posting videos of him, sharing his literature and his poetry and stuff. But he loves all that, you know. And hold on, I hate when people are just super close on a phone. Oh, that's not that. Uh, uh, what was I saying? Oh, sometimes it takes a little bit of time for it to settle in the system, for understanding, when it comes to literature for me, because I want to really, really feel it in the course. If I hear a poem one time, I may not be able to respond, as intellectually as I want to because I'm still absorbing it. And so sometimes that's like with the things that I'm sharing and will share in the future. It's like it's just new information and new territory for men to understand that it's okay to try to feel safe, to not do anything unless you feel safe. Period. Otherwise, everything is a threat. And if I see everything as a threat, then all of my actions are predicated upon defense and protection, not peace and connection. You feel me? And I think that's about it, man. I think I'm good. So did about almost 20 minutes. So I appreciate everything. Yes, Jesus loves you too. God bless you. I hope your day goes very well. Oh, thank you so much. My day is going absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. Um, so again, guys, appreciate y'all tuning in, and be sure to just like, share, subscribe, do all the fun things to help me promote this channel and make it a stream of livelihood so that I can continue to do the things that I'm doing, connecting with guys that's living in their vehicles and just are going through some hard times, man. It's just nice to be on the front lines and be on the ground work. You know how like when there's like war going on in the world and then you send your first responders. I remember when the 2023 fires happened here on Maui, and we set up camp. A lot of the mental health supporters and practitioners, and there was these different booths. Everyone had resources set up, right? All these different camps, and so it's just it's nice to for me, to be on the grounds of where of where the hurting is, and I get it I get every day, there's someone that tells me how grateful they are that I'm here, just my presence. I wrote that in my journal this morning, just my presence being the prayer. Let my presence be the prayer for others, I really love that. And so it's just amazing um how my van breaking down 4 weeks ago in this very spot has turned into a playground and an outreach and a and yeah, it's camp, it's base camp for um whatever this is becoming. And I'm enjoying it, man. Like again, it's like every day it's a life that's changed, and this morning met another brother who's going through a difficult time, who just got out here, and it's a similar situation to mine, has somebody sabotaged his character on the job, and so he lost his job, and then on top of that he just lost his service animal to a hit and run. And I mean, it's and he's a young man, and it's like, this is interesting, you know it's like situations are bringing people together that um especially men that we're just saying, hey, I need something more than just a quick fix. I need my hand held through this very tough time right now. And I know we don't grow up saying that, but that's what it is. Sometimes I need my hand held, sometimes I need a hug. Just don't need intellect, don't need solutions, don't need you to fix it. It's just like, just let me be, let me, just be there. Let your presence be the prayer, you know? And that's what I'm finding, is that my presence is a prayer, is an answered prayer for a lot of people here. And I'm just so grateful. So um please guys, like I'm getting more gooder at sharing where you can find me and support me at. But right now, I just say go to the websites, menheal.org, menheal.org, or you could go to emanonwanderer.com, emanonwanderer. And you can learn more about me like that. So I appreciate y'all tuning in. Thank you so much. And God bless you. Love you. Ain't nothing you can do about it.